summer is approaching. Technology, what can you do? Summer is approaching, and a lot of us are thinking, oh my gosh, I have to start eating better because I literally have to get back into this swimsuit. I know I feel that way. So everybody started eating clean right around here, right around May, the early part of May. So I am here to help you. My name is Brenda Green. I am the owner of Fit for a Better Me and creator of Virtually Better Fitness, where we teach women that being fit and healthy is not an inconvenience and is not as difficult as we make it to seem. And in this live, you will learn how to get the most out of the 7 steps to eat better download. So hopefully, if you have downloaded, let me know in the comments. Have you downloaded the guide? And please feel free to give permission to Ecam, so I can see who is speaking to me, or you could write your name in your comments. I would love to see who is watching. So have you downloaded the guide? And if you have not, that's fine, because as you can see, I am going to share a copy of it, and then you can decide whether this is something for you. But I want to share and go over it because I want to make sure that you get the most out of the guide. Now, eating better. Eating better is a it's really relative, because if you're talking about eating better, you could talk about someone who is mostly eating junk food, as a junk food junkie, then their eating better might be a little bit different. You could talk about eating better for vegetarians or pescatarians, or the different diets that are out there. Um, that are out there. But the point of this guide is honestly to help you take baby steps in the path to eating better. So you could eventually get to where your goals are, whatever they may be. Whether it is to stick to a complete vegan diet or something like that. Oh, hey, Salis, thank you for letting me know that you can hear and see me. So why? So I want to. One reason that I want to do this live as well is to kind of guide you through the process. When we are excited and we want to like lose weight and change our habits and change the way we eat, we want to just jump in 100% and do it right away. Honestly, I need you guys to pump your brakes, take your time. You have done it before that way, and where has it landed you? You tend to jump in, and I'm guilty of it too. I'm not gonna lie. We jump into something real quick. We're all excited. We do it for a month, and then we're like, oh, too many changes, too fast, and you get burned out and end up doing nothing. So for this time, I want you to just pump your brakes and take it slow. Take it nice and slow. And that actually leads me to step one. So, step one in our guide is to observe your eating. Observe your eating. And the reason this is so important is, one, people who mindfully eat actually consume 30% less food. Yes. So you could, just by focusing on what you're eating and thinking about what you're eating, you're already going to be consuming less calories. And as we all know, the more calories you take in order for you to lose weight, you have to uh, burn all those calories. So I want you to really just observe your eating. So with this download and this guide, I want you to take the easiest way not to get overwhelmed is to do it one day at a time. So that way you do one action step one day and continue each day for a full 7 days. Or you could do 2 steps at a time. But honestly, we're not trying to rush through the process. A week goes by very quickly, as we all know. We're already in the middle of April, going in May. So take your time, take one day at a time. So for tomorrow, if you decide to start, is observe what you're eating. Everything that goes into your mouth, what are you eating? And I want you to decide how you want to actually eat. Because honestly, um, there's not a one size fits all when it comes to dieting and eating better. You could decide that you want to do low carb or vegan, just like I mentioned before. But I want you to figure out what is your goal and how you want to do it. And this is why In the guide, I want you to rate yourself from A to F, where you are right now, where you want to be, and what is really important to you to eat healthier. So those are some of the questions that you have to ask. And this is something that you could do one day. Like it's not something that you have to do for several days. Does anyone have any questions? Let me see if I could pull it up on observer eating. Again, this is just being mindful. This is why this is step number one, because being mindful about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, is the first step. We tend to eat just whatever. We tend to eat when we're bored. We tend to eat when we're tired. We tend to eat when we're watching TV. Oh, let me eat these popcorns out of habit. These are things that we do, but they're all done very mindlessly. So I want you to be mindful of those things. Um, all right. So step number two. Ah, kitchen cleanup, purging. One of my favorite things to do is to purge. I purge, even though my friends tell me I'm probably more wasteful because I like to purge so much. But I live under the law, like um, you got to purge to make room for new, to something like that, whatever that is. So, kitchen cleanup. Must clean your kitchen. So, um, you've probably heard it before. Abs are made in the kitchen. Yep, your eating better habit starts in your kitchen. So, on day two, on step two, I want you to go into all your pantries, go into your refrigerators, and purge food that is highly processed, things that you don't use that you bought, things that you forgot you even have that are stale and expired. Clean out your refrigerator, clean out your pantry, get rid of those sugary foods that you don't need, get rid of trigger foods, and all those highly processed foods. Now if you don't want to just purge everything and trash it, I'll say you could go ahead and donate it. Now I know there's probably some moms over there talking about, well, my kids have snacks, blah blah blah, and that's why I have snacks in my house. First of all, I'm not telling you to get rid of absolutely everything because my house has snacks. We don't completely just have fruits and veggies here. We have snacks. I have a 9-year old, she has snacks as well. So, what I've done is I have dedicated one cabinet for her snacks. I ain't got no business being in there except when I'm pulling something for her. Do I open her cabinet? Yeah, because I catch myself like, oh, I want a snack. So let me go open her cabinet. But I don't necessarily pull anything out of there because I know mentally I'm not even supposed to be there. So that's just a little mental trick that I do for myself that may work for you. So, like I said, separate their snacks from your healthier snacks so you are not tempted. It's very important that you put away the temptation. It's easy. I tell this to my clients all the time. If you buy it, you're going to eat it. So if you buy the chips, you're going to eat it. If you don't buy it and you're craving it, you can't eat it because you ain't buy it. It's honestly, it really is that simple. We just tend to overwhelm ourselves with that. So kitchen cleanup. A pro tip, something that I tend to use, not every time, but I try to do it at least once a month, is I actually clean out my pantry and my refrigerator when I'm about to either when I go grocery shopping. So when I come back with the groceries, I like to have a clean refrigerator, wipe it down and do all that stuff, get rid of all the food, or I do it right before I'm doing grocery shopping as well. So does anyone have any questions with the kitchen cleanup? I see we have some more people on here. Please comment and let me know you're here and I'm just not talking to myself. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment on there. All right. Step number 3, meal planning. I know what you're thinking. Everyone hates to meal plan. Not everyone, most people. Most people hate to meal plan because of a lot of reasons. They feel like you don't get a variety of foods. You have to eat the same thing over. It's hard. You have to meal plan and cook two, three different dinners because the family doesn't want it. Meal planning takes a whole ton of time. Well, I'm here to tell you that all of that can be solved. I want you to know that meal planning does not have to be that overwhelming or that difficult. And with this guide, I want you to start now. And how can you start now? Is by going slow. I want you to go ahead and download and print the meal planning template that's on the next page. Or grab a piece of paper, and I'm like literally saying, like, do this right now. Grab a piece of paper, write breakfast, lunch, snacks, and dinner. So I'm gonna give you some time. Give me thumbs up if you guys are doing it. I can't see my comments. Where are my comments? My comments disappeared. Okay. I got too many things open on my screen. So go ahead and grab those piece of paper. Give me a hands up in the comments. Tell me that you have your piece of paper and pen or your download. I'll wait a few seconds. Okay. So I'm going to assume that you guys have it. You guys have your download or a piece of paper. Now, how are you going to meal plan? Hey, Salis. Yes. Thank you for the thumbs up. How are you going to meal plan? I want you to take a few seconds and think about, what are you going to eat tomorrow? That's it. Just think about, what are you going to eat tomorrow for breakfast? What are you going to eat for lunch tomorrow? And for dinner? And what are your snacks going to be? Take a few seconds. If you actually read the download, I tell you to start before you start eliminating stuff, before you start doing anything. Start with the things that you normally do. And then from there, you start looking at, once you have everything listed for the day, you start looking at what things are not healthy. And we all know what's not healthy. And we know what's healthy. So you look at those things, and then you start substituting and replacing a few of those items. Not everything, because this is just getting you into the practice of meal planning. So hopefully you got some ideas of what you're looking at. That's a meal plan. You planned your day for tomorrow. Now, what most people are accustomed to is planning a meal plan that's for the entire week or for 4 days, and then you have to cook and do all that stuff. Nah, I need you to start just right now with tomorrow. And that's how you start building that habit. So for the next couple of days, you do that. The night before, think about what you're eating, and then you can make a conscious effort to decide to eat better. So that's the first thing. And that just takes a few minutes of your time. Few minutes of your time to complete. Now, step 4. How was that for everybody? I know Isali's giving me a thumbs up. There's somebody else watching. Post in the comment, let me know. Did you write down your meal plan? Did you write down your meal plan? And in the guide, I have 3 pages of that, of a download. Did you write it down, ladies? Did you write it down? Let me know. Let me know. All right. Let me know if you're writing down. Are you still writing it down? So if you need a few more minutes, that's totally fine. I could continue with shop and prep, which is step number 4. All right. I'm going to go ahead and continue. So you're shopping and prepping. When you prep your foods, so for instance, for tomorrow, you kind of already wrote what you have. or what you're thinking about eating, now you just go ahead and prep that. Figure out what's in there in your refrigerator that you could put together that's on that list, or make any adjustments based on the actual things that you have in your house that are a little bit healthier. And that's how you start building that habit and knowing what you're going to eat the following day. Now, if you decide to meal prep for several days, which is what we all know about meal prepping, Sundays is always a great day to meal prep, only because you kind of have the day, kind of relax, and it sets you up for the beginning of the week, and it sets you up for the week. So it's very easy just to kind of look at what you have, go shopping, and complete pro tip: don't overwhelm yourself with shopping. We have online shopping. Let me tell you, that is has been a lifesaver for me. Um, Now, I know some people don't like it because they don't get the right veggies and all this other stuff. Go to the market and buy those things, but get your bulk other items, online, and they could do delivery. So I do delivery when I do my grocery shopping most of the time. Does it happen all the time? No. Sometimes, but most of the time I try to, because it saves me a ton of time. It saves me easily 2 hours of my day. Um, so when you meal plan, you write down what you're writing. If you're doing it for tomorrow, you kind of figure out what you have, what you don't have. If you're meal planning for a week or several days, then you have to go through your grocery list, go through your inventory, see what you have, and then from there you go ahead and cook in. You could time manage, take 3 or 4 hours for you to actually cook all your meals and separate them into the correct portions, which we will discuss in the next step. Now, with this, the way I usually do my meal planning and meal prepping, I don't overwhelm myself at all. It doesn't happen every week. I actually, because I've been home, working from home, I'm actually cooking as I go along. I don't necessarily prep my food, or at least cook my food, but I do prep it. So usually I like, to eat some type of fish or chicken during the week for dinner. So normally what I do is, when I purchase it, I get my delivery, I cut it up, I season it up, put it in freezer bags, and put it in the freezer. In the morning, I take out whatever I want, let it thaw, and then I usually throw all my stuff in my air fryer when I'm ready to cook it. Very simple. What I do with my sides, I usually eat veggies, um, cauliflower rice. All of those things are in steamable bags. I throw them in the microwave, and then I put them on the stove and, you know, doctor them up, put some seasoning in it, and do all those things that is quick and easy for me to do. So, again, not overwhelming yourself on what you're going to eat in the process, because that's what kind of gets people a little bit overwhelmed. And also, cooking your proteins and then having a bunch of sides allows you to have some variety. So that's where the variety comes in. So if I feel like having chicken, I can have it with some salad, or I can have it with some brown rice, or I can have it with, cauliflower rice, or cauliflower mashed potatoes, or, potatoes, whatever. You have options that are a little bit easier that way too, making that variety, even if it's with the same protein. So for me, a pro tip again is, on Thursdays, I usually kind of write what I'm going to eat for the week. On Fridays, I usually go through my pantry, my inventory, see what I have, make my grocery list, order it, and I get my delivery on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I tend to either, definitely meal prep all my proteins, and then keep my sides, or sometimes to whatever it is. So that's kind of my normal routine. Does it happen all the time? No, because life happens. And then I kind of have to wing it and kind of figure it out, but always being, step one, being mindful about what I'm eating. All right, step five. I don't even know where I got seven from. Step five is better portions. So one of the things about eating better is, we tend, as a Western society, we tend to eat huge portions. They give us a humongous place of food wherever we go to a restaurant. That's why we always leave with a doggy bag. Um, all the time. So with your portions is really controlling your portions. This is extremely important because I don't do macro counting or calorie counting. I don't think that's the best method or long term method for people to sustainably lose weight and keep it off. Like, who really wants to do math just to eat? Like, and I'm a math head. No, I don't really want to do that. That's a lot of work. Now, there's some people who totally do it, and there's circumstances where you have to do that. If you have to really lose weight for, because your blood pressure is too high, or you have diabetes and you have to be on a strict diet, or things of that nature, there are definitely circumstances where you have to do that. But for every day, especially when you're starting to want to jumpstart your weight loss, it is not necessary. Making small changes like just watching your portions will definitely get you in the right target. And in the handout, I'll show you how women should be eating using their hand. So instead of counting using measuring cups or using a scale or any of those things, you use your palm of your hand. And the great thing about your palm of your hand is proportionate to the rest of your body. So if you have a bigger hand, then you're going to get a little bit more, but that's because it's proportionate to your body. And that's how you start learning. Another great thing about doing with your hand is always with you. So if you're at a restaurant, guess what? You could kind of eyeball your food as well and know how much you should be eating. Step 6. Ah, nope, we're not celebrating yet. Um, Best thing ever is to drink water. Constantly drinking water. I got water everywhere. Got my jug. I got my new gallon. I love the color. Branded, branded colors. Um, Always have my gallon of water with me. Have a cup when I'm doing my lives or whatever. Is drink more water. You guys know all the benefits of drinking water. You guys seen, my 14-day water challenge, which is coming. One is coming up soon, just to make sure that you are drinking water, especially in the summertime, and staying hydrated. Water seriously promotes weight loss, because especially if you drink water before meals, it fills you up, which means you're going to eat less. So that's really important. It allows you to make better food choices because you're not as hungry as often. So you're not like ravishing through food because, oh my God, I haven't eaten and it's 12 o'clock and I'm starving. No, you drink your water, you can make better conscious decisions. It also allows to, it releases a lot of your toxins from your body. And as a matter of fact, I need to drink some. Excuse me. Water is known to improve your mood, according to studies. So stay hydrated. And I guess I need some more. Sorry. Oh, I guess they don't want me to talk about water, or it helps you when you're choking. Water also prevents headaches. Our brains are made up of almost 75% water, so it's important to stay hydrated. It will prevent some headaches. It also speeds up your metabolism. So it's extremely important that you drink a lot of water. Questions that I'm always asked is how much water to drink. And I was a firm believer that half your body weight in ounces is what you should be drinking. But as I did research when I was creating this guide, that is no longer the case. Now they are recommending 91 ounces a day for women. So if you're not drinking that much water, that is totally fine. You build that habit. And 91 ounces, just for reference, is not a gallon. A gallon is 128 ounces. So work your way up. So, you know, the minimum you should be drinking, I would say, is about 64 ounces. And then you work your way up, adding 8 ounces 8 ounces at a time. So you get up to 91 ounces. And 8 ounces is about a bottle of water, half a bottle of water. So you could probably get there a little bit faster. All right. I've been talking a whole lot. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions? In the PDF, I did, I'll show you my bottle again. I did link. So this is my gallon water bottle, and it's a motivational water bottle. So it kind of tells you, you guys could see it. Oop, there we go. Kind of has the times of where you should be. Apparently I am right on target with my water, even though I did not start all the way up here today. I started like down here, but I've drank, I've been drinking a ton of water today. This one I actually linked, and I think they have, this is a gallon, but they have a 64-ounce one. So if you're not a big drinker of water, that's where you should definitely start. And it allows you to stay focused and consistent with your water because you can see the times of where you should be. So I linked that on the PDF as well. So any questions on that? And last but not least, we celebrate. So changing the way you eat um, is hard. It's hard, but it's harder on your mental. The actual process of it is not that difficult. It's really changing your mindset to eat better. First, you have to figure out why you want to eat better, which is why we started with step one, observe, and then decide why is it that you want to eat better, because that why is really going to push you. It sounds so cliche, but it is so true. It will get you pushing forward if you know why you're doing it. Um, and it has to be a why that's emotional, that you're seriously connected to in order for you to do it, even when you don't want to. And also, um, I want you to celebrate the wins, even the little ones. So sometimes I get clients who's like, "Oh, I ate horrible, and I just don't know what, I just hate horrible." Okay, so what did you do? Let's celebrate some of the wins that you did. And then they actually figure out, like, oh my God, you know what? I drank one more gallon, I drank one more bottle of water than I normally do. That is a win. Regardless of what else happened, that is a total win. I did, I actually showed up for my workouts instead of 2 times. I showed up for 3 times this week. That's a win. You celebrate those 1% wins, what I call 1% wins, small wins, and that's what's gonna keep pushing you every single day to do more and be better. So take the time to celebrate those. I need you. A lot of us tend to have an all or nothing attitude. We either all in, it has to be 100%. Like, I have to be at the gym 5 days a week. I have to eat 100% clean. I have to do this. I have to do that. And if one of those things fall off, everything falls off. And that's not life. I need you to realize that the all or nothing perfection that we want in order to reach our goals is not going to happen, because perfection does not exist. You literally have to take it one day at a time, doing the best that you can those days. And that's really all. It will, an all or nothing attitude will mess up your progress, because you could be doing so amazing for 30 days, for 45 days, and then you mess up this one time and you're like, oh, I threw it all away. Or you messed it up on that Friday and you're like, oh, I'll get back on the wagon on Monday. Like, no, make it right the next fight. Do better on Saturday. Don't drag it out all weekend, because you're gonna feel it. You're gonna have that bad attitude on Monday. Like, oh, I had a horrible weekend. I was eating nasty. Da 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 da. So celebrate all those wins. It matters. Showing up to class, it matters. Sh- Drinking a little bit more water. Those small wins all matter. All matter. You ate a salad and you never eat salad because you don't like greens. That's a win. That's a total win. So that is it. This is a bonus. Oh, get moving. I just mentioned that. So I added this in there to get moving. There's also a actual video, on-demand video of a total body exercise on the PDF. If you click the image, it'll take you right to the YouTube channel. So that's something that you guys could use um, to get you moving, because when you combine exercise with eating better, you get faster and better results with your weight loss. So who is on there? Please comment in the, please make any comments. Let me know you're there. Does anyone have any questions before I continue and kind of wrap up? Do we have any questions? Any questions? Y'all want to hear me sing, so somebody say something. Post something. No, no questions. Was this self-explanatory? Did it help? All right. So whether I get overwhelmed with trying to cook. Okay. So not sure. A Facebook user asked, I get overwhelmed with trying to cook. So getting overwhelmed with trying to cook. Have you tried a service that cooks your meals for you? That's always an option. I recently, and I probably post about this later. So I recently, and when I say recently, like on Friday, ordered from HelloFresh, and this is, I'm not even advocating for them or anything, because I had an experience where I was able to, somebody brought some HelloFresh and we ended up cooking, and I had a great time just cooking something totally different. I'm like bored of eating the same thing. So I went onto their site and ordered 3 meals. It was like 20 bucks. It was like in the promotion thing. And I can't wait to get them on Saturday because it's going to give me something new to cook. So, and with HelloFresh, everything, like all your ingredients are there, and all you have to do is follow the recipe. So I think that will be something that you could actually look into and see if that helps. And the other thing is take it one meal at a time. Like, we're not chefs. We're not cooking a 5 course meal. We tend to eat the same thing over and over because that's what we do, is cooking the same thing over and over. So, just take it one thing at a time. So cooking your proteins, deciding what you're doing, and I think once you meal plan, the prepping and the cooking would be a little bit easier. I don't know. My Facebook user, was that in? Did that answer help you? If you could post in the comments and let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in live. I hope this was extremely helpful. Eating better is really something that we all need to do, and just again being more mindful of what we're eating. So I am signing off. This is Brenda from Fit for a Better Me, signing off with a reminder: when you feel better, you do better, and ultimately you will live better. Thank you so much. Hey,